He sits at the table. Same spot he's used for 20 years. Coffee on the right. Newspaper folded. A plate of scrambled eggs untouched. The food's not bad. He's not full. But somehow, he's just not hungry. Not really tired. But not awake, either. Just there. It's not depression. It's not laziness. It's something harder to describe, like the colors of life have faded a few shades. His wife asks how he's feeling. He says, fine, but inside, he wonders, where did my energy go? Why is my mind so foggy in the morning? Why don't I feel like myself anymore? And the quiet answer, the one no one talks about, is this: your body doesn't stop because of age. It slows down because of what you're giving it or not giving it every single day. Because the food we eat after 60 doesn't just keep us going. It either helps us reconnect, or keeps us in the fog. And the foods that once worked when you were younger, toast, cereal, a splash of coffee, may no longer reach the brain, the vessels, the memory the way they used to. So what if the solution isn't more caffeine or more pills, but two simple foods that know how to speak to your body? In this video, I'll show you why spinach and blueberries, two humble, everyday foods, can help restore your blood flow, your mental clarity, your emotional energy, and your connection with the people around you, not with magic. Not with promises. But with science and gentle consistency. Because food isn't just what we eat. It's how we feel again. Let me show you how it starts. One plate. One bite. One signal to your brain: I'm still here. Let's talk about something we don't often see because it happens inside us. Quietly. Every moment. It's the river. The one flowing through your body, carrying oxygen, nutrients, memory, hormones, and emotion. We call it circulation. But really, it's your life force. And every organ, especially your brain, is fed by that river. Now imagine what happens when that river slows down. Not all at once. Just a little more, each year. Your thoughts take longer to form. Your balance feels a bit off. Your energy fades after lunch. Your desire to connect quietly slips. Most men over 60 don't realize it, but that slowing isn't inevitable. It's influenced and often caused by what's on your plate. Here's the part no one teaches: your food doesn't just go to your stomach. It becomes signals to your blood vessels, your brain, and your hormones. Some foods tell your vessels, open up, let blood through. Others say, constrict, hold back, stay in defense mode. Some meals wake up nitric oxide, a molecule that tells your blood to flow freely. Others kill it quietly. Some nutrients, like the ones in spinach and blueberries, feed your neurons, protect your memory, and reduce inflammation in the tiny capillaries that power your brain. That's why food matters more than ever after 60. Because now, your brain needs support to stay sharp. Your blood vessels need help staying open. And your body needs to hear the message: it's safe to flow again. Let me put it simply: your plate is your map. It guides the river inside you every single day. And today, I want to show you two simple, powerful foods that help reopen that river. Foods that aren't exotic, expensive, or extreme. They're available in nearly every grocery store. But most people overlook them because they look too ordinary. Until you understand what they do beneath the surface. Let's begin with the morning plate and how spinach quietly unlocks blood flow in the hours when your brain needs it most. Mornings used to feel different, didn't they? You'd wake up, swing your feet to the floor, and move with purpose, not speed, maybe, but with clarity, direction, and a certain quiet confidence. But lately, for many men I see, mornings feel heavy. There's a slowness that settles in the limbs. A fog in the mind. A sense that something's stuck, like you're pressing the gas pedal but the engine doesn't quite catch. Let me introduce you to George, 74. Retired firefighter. Still strong, still sharp, but he came to me with a concern. Doc, it takes me 2 cups of coffee just to feel human again. And even then, I'm not really sharp until lunchtime. I asked about his mornings. Toast, coffee. Sometimes cereal. Quick, easy, familiar, but none of it was feeding the part of him that needed to turn back on, his circulation. That's where spinach came in. Leafy green. Why spinach in the morning? Spinach is rich in nitrates, natural compounds that convert to nitric oxide in your body. And nitric oxide is the signal your blood vessels need to relax, open, and flow. When blood flows, your brain wakes up. Your limbs feel stronger. Your heart works more efficiently. Even your mood improves because blood is the messenger of energy. And spinach doesn't just support blood flow. It's also packed with folate, magnesium, and antioxidants that reduce inflammation in your brain and help support neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. All before 9 a.m. Checkmark George's simple spinach morning routine. We didn't overhaul his life. We just made one change. Sautéed a handful of spinach in olive oil, cracked 2 eggs over it, added a slice of whole grain toast, lemon water on the side. That's it. 10 minutes. He started calling it his green ignition. After 1 week, George came back and said, "I'm down to 1 coffee. I walk lighter." And my wife said I smile more in the morning. Which apparently, I hadn't done in years. That's not spinach working overnight. That's blood flow coming back. That's energy finding its way again through the quiet support of a morning meal your body can actually use. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, is what I'm eating helping me circulate? Or is it just helping me survive? Because the morning isn't just the start of your day. It's the chance to reconnect your brain, your body, and your sense of self. And now that your blood is moving, let's talk about your brain and how a handful of blueberries can help you remember the names, the stories, and the person you've always been. It usually starts small. You walk into a room and forget why. You blank on the name of an actor, or worse, someone you just spoke to. You reread the same paragraph 3 times and still don't feel like it stuck. And you tell yourself, it's just age. It happens, but deep down, you wonder if something's slipping. I want to tell you something important. What looks like memory loss is often just a signal that your brain is inflamed, undernourished, and quietly exhausted. And one of the gentlest ways to bring it back online is with something you can hold in your hand: blueberries. Blueberries. Why blueberries matter? After 60 blueberries are loaded with anthocyanins, deep blue pigments that cross the blood-brain barrier and reduce inflammation inside your memory centers. They've been shown in studies to improve short-term memory processing speed, attention span, even mood and emotional regulation. They also help protect against oxidative stress, the same kind of cellular rust that leads to brain aging. Think of them like tiny repair crews that go where your neurons are tired, where the sparks aren't quite jumping across the gaps, and quietly reconnect the wires. Brain. Arthur's story. Remembering again. Arthur was 76. Soft-spoken. Grandfather of 4. He came in with tears in his eyes and said, "I forgot my granddaughter's name at her birthday party, not permanently, but just long enough to feel it in his chest." We talked. We tested. No Alzheimer's. Just cognitive slowing, likely from inflammation and poor blood flow. His diet? Minimal fruit. Mostly beige foods, toast, pasta, crackers. We started small, 1/2 cup of fresh or frozen blueberries every afternoon. Sometimes on oatmeal. Sometimes in a smoothie. Sometimes just straight from the fridge. After 30 days, he sent me a photo of his granddaughter holding his hand. Underneath it, he wrote, "This time, I didn't just remember her name. I remembered how much she means to me." That's what food can do. Not just keep us alive, but bring us back into life. So if you're struggling with focus, memory, or fog, this isn't about fixing everything. It's about giving your brain the raw materials to come back on its own. Because your memory didn't leave you. It's just been waiting for the right kind of nourishment. And now that your morning started with spinach, and your afternoon woke up with blueberries, let's bring it all together in the evening to calm your system, restore your brain, and prepare you for deep, healing rest. Evenings carry more weight than we realize. Not just emotionally but biologically. Because what you eat after 6 p.m. can either prepare your body to repair or keep it locked in stress, inflammation, and restlessness. And for many men over 60, even when sleep comes, recovery does not. They wake up still tired. Still foggy. Still aching as if the night didn't do its job. But what if it's not the sleep that's broken, it's the message sent before sleep that determines what the body can restore. That's why the evening plate matters. And two of the gentlest, most powerful ingredients to help your body restore itself at night are the very ones we've already met: spinach and blueberries. Crescent moon, why spinach at night? Spinach isn't just for circulation. It also delivers magnesium and folate, which help calm the nervous system, reduce nighttime inflammation, and ease muscle tension. When gently cooked, it's light on the stomach and supportive of your parasympathetic system, the one that says, "You're safe. It's time to rest." Blueberries, why blueberries before bed? Blueberries may seem like an energizer, but in the evening, their polyphenols help ease oxidative stress that builds up during the day. They also support melatonin balance and brain detoxification through a system called the glymphatic flow, your brain's natural cleanup crew that only activates during deep sleep. Bowl with spoon, how to combine them gently at night. Try this. A warm bowl of spinach soup, simmered with garlic, olive oil, and a pinch of turmeric, followed by a spoonful of fresh blueberries or a homemade compote with cinnamon and lemon zest. Finish with warm chamomile or ginger tea. This isn't dessert. It's a ritual. A signal. A soft conversation with your body that says, "You've done enough today. Let's heal now." Speech balloon. One man's evening shift, Henry, 71, had trouble falling asleep and even more trouble staying asleep. He tried pills. He tried wine. Nothing made him feel rested. We gave him a nighttime routine built around calm: spinach soup at 6:30 p.m., a few blueberries at 7, lights dimmed, herbal tea by 8. No screens, no emails, no news. After 10 days, he told me, "I don't just sleep longer. I wake up with more of me back." Because true healing isn't loud. It's soft. And your body doesn't need force, it needs flow. When you support your evenings, you support your mornings. And when that becomes consistent, you begin to feel like yourself again, quietly, steadily, powerfully. But even the best foods can lose their power if they're used the wrong way. So before we continue, let me show you the common mistakes men make with spinach, blueberries, and healthy eating that unknowingly hold them back. You've probably heard this before: just eat more greens, add some berries, go natural, and you try. You start adding spinach to your meals. You snack on blueberries. You switch out the processed stuff. But still, you don't feel the difference you hoped for. The brain fog lingers. The energy doesn't return. And maybe you start to wonder, am I just too far gone? Is it too late for this to work on me? Let me stop you right there. No, you're not broken. You're just being misled by habits that seem healthy but are quietly working against you. Let's talk about them. Gently. No shame. Just course correcting, so your body can finally receive what you've been trying to give it. Crossmark mistake 1. Eating raw spinach every time. Yes, raw spinach is nutritious. But for many men over 60, raw greens are harder to digest, and can interfere with mineral absorption due to compounds like oxalates. Checkmark the fix. Steam or sauté your spinach lightly. Add olive oil and lemon juice to enhance nutrient absorption. Your body gets more with less effort. Crossmark mistake 2. Adding sugar to blueberries. Blueberries in muffins. Blueberries with syrup. Blueberries in flavored yogurt. The fruit is still there, but the sugar cancels out its anti-inflammatory benefits and spikes insulin, which dulls your brain. Checkmark the fix. Eat fresh or frozen blueberries plain. Or pair them with protein or healthy fat like Greek yogurt or almond butter to keep blood sugar steady. Crossmark mistake 3. Not drinking enough water with green. Spinach and other greens are high in fiber. But without enough water, that fiber slows digestion and leaves you bloated or constipated. Checkmark the fix. Drink a glass of water 15 to 30 minutes after your meal. Add a pinch of sea salt or lemon if needed for better absorption. Crossmark mistake 4. Eating too close to bedtime. Even healthy foods, if eaten too late, can disrupt sleep quality and prevent proper brain detox overnight. Checkmark the fix. Finish your final meal or snack at least 2 hours before bed. Let your system rest without distractions. Crossmark mistake 5. Trying to do everything at once. This is the most common one. You try to overhaul your entire diet in 1 week. You buy all the superfoods, follow complicated meal plans, and burn out by day 3. Checkmark the fix. Start with one thing. Spinach at breakfast. Blueberries in the afternoon. Let your body trust you again, one plate at a time. The truth is, your body wants to feel better. It's not resisting you. It's just overwhelmed by mixed messages. But when you simplify, slow down, and listen to what truly supports you, your brain will light up again. Your blood will move. Your mood will shift. Let's bring it all together now, and I'll show you how to rebuild your plate with calm, confidence, and foods that speak clearly to your system. Let's pause for a moment. Not to do more, but to breathe. To take everything we've talked about, the spinach, the blueberries, the timing, the flow, and simplify it. Because this isn't about rules. It's about rhythm. What your brain and body need after 60 isn't restriction. It's repetition with meaning. The truth is, your nervous system thrives on patterns that are nourishing, calm, and consistent. So instead of chasing the perfect superfood, let's rebuild your day with a plate-by-plate guide that tells your body, you're safe. You're supported. And we're doing this together. Sunface morning plate. Ignite circulation. Sautéed spinach with olive oil and garlic. 2 pasture-raised eggs, protein plus hormone support. Lemon water or warm ginger tea optional. 1/2 slice avocado or whole grain toast. Checkmark what this does. Wakes up blood flow, feeds nitric oxide, keeps energy steady, supports brain focus. 12 o'clock afternoon boost. Feed the brain. 1/2 cup fresh or frozen blueberries, unsweetened Greek yogurt or almond butter optional. Small handful of walnuts or pumpkin seeds. Checkmark what this does. Protects memory, fights inflammation, stabilizes mood. Supports brain performance. Crescent moon evening reset, calm and repair. Light spinach soup, simmered with turmeric, broth, olive oil. Small bowl of quinoa or lentils. Chamomile or ginger tea. 1 to 2 teaspoons blueberry compote. No sugar added. Checkmark what this does. Reduces inflammation, calms the nervous system, promotes sleep quality, supports overnight brain detox. Light bulb. The power is in the pattern. You don't have to follow this perfectly. You don't need to count macros, calories, or chase trends. What you need is to return to this rhythm, day after day. And when you do, your blood begins to move, your thoughts become clearer, and your body no longer feels like it's fighting itself. This isn't a diet. It's a form of self-respect. A gentle structure that says, I still care about how I feel, and once that message becomes consistent, your biology listens. Your brain responds. Your hormones balance. Your sense of self comes back. Now let me share with you a man who experienced this very shift, not from a dramatic change, but from a single plate, repeated with care. It was never about spinach or blueberries alone. It was about what they reminded him of and what they helped him return to. Let's talk about him next. His name was Louis. 76 years old. Former carpenter. Strong hands, gentle voice. A man who used to build entire kitchens with the kind of care most people reserve for their grandchildren. But when he came into my office, there was a stillness in him. Not calm but disconnected. Doc, he said, I'm not depressed, but I don't feel much of anything anymore. I eat, I sleep, I sit, and I can't remember the last time I felt like me. We talked. I asked about his meals. He shrugged. Toast in the morning. Sandwich at noon. Canned soup at night. Easy, cheap, habitual. but completely void of color, nutrients, or life. I didn't give him a diet. I gave him a pattern. Spinach with breakfast. Blueberries after lunch. A calm, warming bowl of soup at night. Water throughout the day. Just 10 days. That was it. Nothing fancy. Nothing hard to find. Just real food with real purpose. 2 weeks later, Louis sat down again. Same clothes. Same weathered face. But something had changed. His eyes looked up first. His voice had more weight. I started fixing things again, he said. Little things around the house. Things I hadn't touched in months. I even smiled at myself shaving this morning. He wasn't talking about spinach. He wasn't talking about blueberries. He was talking about returning. To himself. To his rhythm. To his presence. And it all started with a plate that gave his brain a reason to belong again. This is what no medication can replicate. The moment when a man feels worth showing up for again. Not because his body is perfect. Not because his memory is flawless. But because the signals are back on. And so, if you're watching this, and something in you feels dimmed even slightly, let this be your first signal. Not to fix everything. Just to begin. Next, I'll invite you to take that first step gently, honestly, with one small comment, and a quiet connection to men just like you who are walking the same path back. If something in this story, Louis's stillness, George's fatigue, Arthur's forgetting felt familiar to you, you're not imagining it. And you're not alone. There is a quiet pattern I see in men over 60, they feel the shift. They feel the fog. They feel the loss of drive, of clarity, of connection. And they assume it's just age. But age isn't the problem. It's the disconnection that slowly crept in from meals without meaning, habits without rhythm, days without nourishment. And today, right now, you've just taken the first step back. Blueberries your next step? Just one simple action. Comment below. Spinach in the morning. Blueberries in the afternoon. Or simply, I'm starting, that's it. Because when a man commits to even one small action, his biology listens. His brain responds. And his confidence follows. And when that action is witnessed by others, it becomes more than a habit, it becomes a quiet revolution. Handshake, join the community of men resetting after 60. You're not the only one rebuilding. There are thousands of men doing the same, remapping their plates, rewiring their energy, and remembering who they are. Subscribe for the next videos in this healing series, Brain and Blood Flow Nutrition for Men Over 60, and share this video with someone you care about, someone who needs to feel seen, someone who just needs a reason to begin. Because after 60, food isn't just fuel. It's how we come back to life. One plate. One moment. One signal at a time. And I'm honored to be part of that with you. Dr. Catherine Rocker.